All right, we are back and we are doing transposition, which means we're moving a melody from one key to another key. So let's take a look right here. So this is page 207, number 1. So everybody turn to page 207 in your book. Okay. And this is what we have. So we've got key signature. We have 2/4 time. We've got some notes. A D, and an A, and then B, C, and a D. All right. So this is what they've given us. It's a little tiny melody. It sounds like this. Okay? Now, we got to figure out how to transpose or move this up a major second to another key. Now, why would you do this? Let's say you have a vocalist coming in to sing this, and it's too low. They can't sing it. They're like, can you just move it up? Just move it up just a major second. So you just need to move it up a little bit more. So this is what you would do. First of all, we need to figure out what the key is. So, do your detective work. What do we have? Sharps or flats? Sharps. How many sharps? 2. Look on your circle of fifths. What key has 2 sharps? D major. Now, if we weren't in D major, what's the relative minor of D major? B minor. It's right there in your circle of fifths. So we're either in D major or we're in B minor. I'm using plus and minus for major and minor. Okay? So we're either in D major or B minor. So let's figure out which one of those we're in. If we were in B minor, what's the 7th note in B minor? It would be raised. If we were in B minor, what's the 7th note in B minor? A. B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. So if we were in B minor, we would have an A sharp. There's an A right there. Is there a sharp on the A? No. So we know we're in the major key. Also, what's our very first note? D. What's our last note? We begin and end on a D. So that's all the proof you need to know that for sure we're in D major. Okay, so if we start in a major key and we're going to transpose, we're going to end in a major key. Because when you transpose, you always go from major to major, or if you start in a minor, you transpose from minor to minor. So,
Gordon, can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
You said the 7th note was B minor, the 7th note would be raised.
Yeah.
So minor, so I'm trying to make that connection. So minor, the 3rd note is going to be lower.
In a scale.
The scale.
Yeah.
So in all these cases, the 7th note is raised.
Actually, in a minor scale, yeah. In a minor scale, they, in theory land, in a minor, if it's a minor interval or a minor key, they consider it to be harmonic. So minor is considered to be a harmonic minor scale, not a natural minor or a melodic minor. So if you're looking at what could possibly be a relative minor, they're assuming that the 7th is raised. So don't worry about the 3rd or anything else. You just have to know that the 7th note would be raised, whether you're doing a triad or an interval or whatever. Okay? So they want us to go up a major second. So if we're here on D and we want to go up a major second, the key signature of D major is F and C sharp, 1, 2. So we've gone up to an E. Is there an E in our key signature? So do we have to add any sharps or flats to make it major? So D to E is a major second. So we're going from D major up to E major. What if they told us to go up a minor second? What key would we be going to? E flat major. Because D to E flat, that would be a minor second. So we'd be going from D to E flat major. But they just want a major second. So it's D to E, and it's going into E major. Does everybody get that? Okay, so now you just take everything that they've given you and you replace it. Oh, and this is actually supposed to be.
Would there ever be any point of going up a minor second?
Yeah, for sure. Let's say there's one note that a vocalist can't sing, and they just need to go up a semitone. You would go up a minor second. Yeah. Okay, so now let's replace everything they've given us. First thing we have to replace is the key signature. So that's a key signature of D. The key signature of E, if you look at your circle of fifths, is 4 sharps. F, C, G, and D sharp. So you put that in. F, C, G, and D. So now we've replaced this. Next thing you put in, 2/4 time, put in the time signature. And now all of these notes have to go up a second. You just go up a note. So that note, sorry, this is really cramped. And that note is there. We go from D to E, A to B. And then we go C, D, E. 8th notes and that. Okay? So we literally just took this and we shifted it up one note. We shifted it up a major second. So here's what the first one sounds like. That's in D major. Here's an E major. Okay? So all that we did is we took that whole thing and transposed it up a major second. Any questions? Hurrah. All right. Now everybody turn to page 208 and let's look at number 1. So this is where things get a little trickier. Because as soon as you throw accidentals in here, then you have to figure out what the accidentals mean in a new key. This can be, it'll be easier for me to just explain it. So, here we are, we have this key, it's F major, they tell us, but let's prove that it's F major. So first of all, what do we have in our key signature? 1 flat. Look on your circle of fifths, what key has 1 flat? F. Also, what's your very last note? F. Songs usually end on the tonic, a lot of times. So we end on F, and we have a B flat, so we know we're in F major. And they give us this, and they want us to go up a major third. Up a major third. So, here's what you do. You write an F, you write an A, and then you figure out how to make this into a major third. So what's the key signature of F major? It's E flat. This is an A. Is A in our key signature? No. Do we have to do anything to the A to make it major? No. So this is now a major third. So we're going into the key of A major. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Okay, thank you, one person, for answering me. Okay, good. Now, what is the key signature of A major? Look at your circle of fifths. What does it tell you?
F, C, G, sharp.
3 sharps, right? So, Father Charles goes. All right. So that's the first thing you're going to put in. Father Charles goes. And then you put in the time signature, 4-4. And now, which way are we going? Up or down? Up. And what interval? Up a third. So just take everything and draw it up a third. Don't worry about the accidentals yet. So we've got this, we've got this, they're eighth notes, we've got this, this, we've got this, we've got this again, and then we've got that note, that note, that note, and you have to draw the rest as well. Everything that they put, you have to put in as well. Okay. So, here's where things get a little loopy. You just got to bring your critical brain to the table. So, let's go to the very first accidental. It's right here, right? So what kind of accidental is this? A natural. So do we just put a natural on this? You don't. And here's why. The key signature in F major is B flat. They've put a natural on the B. So what have they done to the B flat? They've raised it because we went from a flat to a natural. That means we're going up, right? Flat to natural means we're going up. So look at this note. What note is this? D. How do we raise the D? The D has to go up as well. Sharp. So we write a sharp. So in this key, it's a B natural. In this key, it's a D sharp. Because all you're doing is raising it by one semitone. Okay? Go to the next one. This is an E flat. E flat's not in our key signature. So all they've done is they've just taken the E, and which way have they gone? Down. They put a flat on it. So now go to our note. Here it is. What is this note here? Is it a G? It's a G sharp. Why is it a G sharp, Flavia? Because, hello, we have a G sharp in our key signature. So this is a G sharp. How do we lower a G sharp? With a natural. So in this case, you wouldn't put a flat, that would be 2 steps down. This got lowered, this got lowered. Now from flat, we go back to natural. From flat to natural, is that up or down? Up. So all we do is we go from natural to sharp. We go back up. Okay? So you really have to look at the key, because they'll try to trick you. They want you to fail, because they're awful mean people. Who is this? These publishers? Oh, no, actually, I met Gloria, and she actually doesn't want you to fail. That's just me making that up. But they're going to put it in here to try to make it trickier for you. All right? So you have to look at what the notes are. Don't take anything for granted. When you transpose, don't just copy the accidentals down, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you one that's like this, where the accidentals are different depending on where you go. Does everybody understand this in theory? Any questions about this? Okay, cool. The last thing I want to show you is on page 213. This is number 1B. And let's turn there quickly. 213, number 1B. and they want us to go down a minor third. They want us to go down a minor third. Okay? Down a minor third. So everything is exactly the same. It's just when you do the interval to figure out what key you're going to, it's a little trickier because we're going an interval below. So let's first of all figure out what key we're in.
You mean the E natural and the natural?
Ah, thank you, Flavia. E natural. Good. Okay. So, just by looking at this example, is there anything a little bit weird about what you see? Is there anything that isn't part of the key signature, maybe? I might have just written it down.
E natural.
There's an accidental. So when you see one accidental, a lot of times that means you're in a minor. When there's no accidental, usually you're in a major. If there's a whole bunch of accidentals, they're usually just throwing you off. But if there's one accidental, it's usually a minor. So let's figure it out. What do we have in our key signature?
4 flats.
4 flats. Look on your circle of fifths. What key has 4 flats?
F minor, maybe flat.
A flat major. So we're either going to be A flat major or F minor. Now, if we were in F minor, what would the 7th note be in F minor? F, G, A, B, C, D, E. What note is this? E. Is it supposed to be an E flat? Yes. But what have they done to it?
Raised.
They've raised it. Is this a raised 7th? Yes, it is. So we now know that we're in the key of F minor. Does everybody get that much? So this natural here shows us that we're in F minor. You guys get it on that side of the room? You two in the back get it? Okay, cool. You'll get it a lot more when you do the rest of the homework from the last 3 weeks. Everybody in the front get it?
No.
Why we're in a minor key? You guys all get it? Okay, cool. So now, we are in F minor. So now to transpose this, we have to go down, sorry, F minor, bass clef. Thank you, Flavia. So we want to go down a minor third. So that's just down a third. Now we have to figure out, we can't change the F, but we can change the D so that we can make a minor interval below. So you just do this by trying different versions of D. So let's take D. If we took D, and we thought of D major, what's the key signature of D major?
Sure.
2 sharps, right? F and C sharp. So now you look at the top note and you try to figure out, is this a minor third? So, is it a minor third? Question mark. So let's go F and C sharp. What note is this here? F. In D major, is there an F in the key signature? So for this to be a major interval, what would the F have to be? A sharp. But it's not a sharp. In this case, it's a natural. So is that a major or a minor third? It's a minor third. So actually, in fact, this is a minor third. Your other options would be, you could try D flat major if it didn't work out. But in D flat major, this would be a major third. Okay? So you now know that the new key is going to be D minor. That's a D. So we've now gone from F minor down to D minor because that's a minor third down. If you understand, say I. Okay, good. So now all we do is we got to figure out what's the key signature of F minor. So look on your circle of fifths. What is the relative major of D minor? What does D minor go with? F major. What's the key signature of F major? B flat. So both of these keys have a key signature of B flat. So draw it in. There's your key signature of D minor. Okay? And now, I'll do it in black. Just fill the rest of it in. So now you put in your 4/4. There's our key signature. And now everything goes down a third. So you're going to have to draw, oh, I don't have enough space. New key is D minor. So now all of these notes have to go down a third. This is tricky. You got to draw some ledger lines. There's that one. There's that one. There's that. And that. And then that. All the way down here. And then here. So that's down a third, 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 down a third. Okay, so are we done? What did we forget? This thing, right? So do we just throw a natural on there? Probably not. We probably need to think this one through. So, this is a natural because we have flats in our key signature. So this is an E flat. An E flat has been raised to an E natural. Do we all understand? What note is this? It's a C. Just a regular C, because there's no C in the key signature. So if we're going to raise a C, do we raise it with a natural? What do we raise a C with?
Sharp.
A sharp. So in this case, it's not a natural, it's a sharp, because we have to show that it's raised. Okay? So there's all sorts of little booby traps in here. All sorts of places where you can make a mistake, but you just have to like keep that circle of fifths in front of you and talk yourself through the process. If we're in D minor, what's the relative major? Okay, it's F major. If we're in D minor or F major, they both have one flat. What's that? It's B flat. All right? Well, why is that a natural? Well, because in this key, it's a flat, and they're raising a flat to a natural. Well, in this key, this isn't a flat. It's already a natural, so then I have to raise it to a sharp. So you just have to have this dialogue in your head all the time. You've got to be talking to yourself and proving it. Always prove the mystery. All right? Think of everything in music as a mystery that you have to solve. And if you do that, you're okay. And do stuff like this. I mark your guys' assignments, and most of you don't do this part of it. You're not writing it down. It takes like 1.5 seconds to write this down, and it might mean the difference between you getting something correct or not correct. Okay? I still do this because I'm so used to doing it. This is how I make sure I don't make mistakes. Because the proof is right on the page. Any questions? Okay. D-Man, you're going to email me and tell me that you watched both of these videos today and that you're going to email me your quiz. All right, I think we're good. So you guys have the homework to do. Let's take the rest of class to dig into the homework so that you can check to make sure you don't have any questions. And I'm going to come around and look at what you guys are doing. Thank you very much.